Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Happening show on this Sunday, the 18th of August 2013. Well, I'm going to start off with some breaking news which is coming in from Zimbabwe, and the news is not good, I reckon, because what has happened is Kyle Jarvis, as you know, has a lot of cricket left in him. If you look at his career, he's just 24 years of age. He has taken 30 wickets in 8 test matches, and he has 27 wickets in 24 ODIs. He has also played 9 T20 matches, and he has picked up 10 wickets. And as you know, he also played in the matches against India. One of the matches we definitely has said that Kyle Jarvis is such a bowler who is a bowler who actually gives the breakthrough for Zimbabwe, and he has a wonderful bowling action. And he was really developing. In fact, he went and played in New Zealand. He had some good county experience there, some English county cricket experience, and he came there and he was really coming good, and he was slowly developing like Zimbabwe's prime strike bowler. And the reason that I'm talking about Kyle Jarvis today, dear fans, friends and subscribers, is that Kyle Jarvis, at the age of 24, has announced his retirement from international cricket. Could you believe it? Well, Zimbabwe, as you know, the other day were, as you know, now the Pakistan tour of Zimbabwe is going. In fact, Pakistan are already there. Some of the players have to come from the CPL, but we are going to have the Zimbabwe and Pakistan actually contesting. There's a Pakistan is actually touring Zimbabwe, and on the heels of that tour, this is a big blow to Zimbabwe, because already the bowling resources are not so strong considering they're going to play Pakistan. And Zimbabwe themselves, Kyle Jarvis, according to me, was a good strike, but he has wonderful bowling action, and he has all those bowling. The stock ball that he had, which he saw against India, is the one that he gets it in. He brings it in. So it's very sad to see Kyle Jarvis actually trying to say goodbye to international cricket at such a young age. And at the age of 24, after playing just 8 test matches, it is something, it's very difficult to digest. But let me tell you, as you know, Zimbabwe have seen in the past that there are certain names that come to mind when we talk about early retirement. Sean Irvine is one. These are cricketers who probably would have played a lot of tests, but unfortunately they played a lesser number of tests. Sean Irvine, Tatienda Taibu, the wicketkeeper. Henry Olonga, the seam bowler, spin bowler. He had a slinging action, one would remember. Andy Flower, who is now the coach of the English team, and then Stuart Carlyle, who didn't play after 2004. Now, there have been a lot of problems as far as Zimbabwe cricket is concerned. The other day we saw there was a pay dispute which was going on, and finally it was resolved. But Kyle Jarvis decided that enough is enough, and he has said goodbye. So it's very sad to see Kyle Jarvis depart from the scene. As I said, he was turning into a prime strike bowler for Zimbabwe with his bowling, and he was pretty impressive against India too, even though it take a lot of wickets. He also played in the Plunket Shield for New Zealand. He played for the Central Districts there, and as I said, it's very sad that such a thing has happened, and that too just before the Pakistan tour of Zimbabwe is about to start on 23rd of August, when the first T20 match is going to be played at the Harare Sports Club. This is the news which is coming in, and I'm sure Zimbabwe would be absolutely shattered by this news. But why not? Even the world cricket fans would be shattered by it, because I for one is shattered, because I thought Kyle Jarvis was really developing into those wonderful bowlers. As I said, he was actually providing the breakthrough for Zimbabwe. Against New Zealand he did pretty well, and one was only hoping that Kyle Jarvis got some support, and now the Zimbabwe's bowling resources are all the more depleted after Kyle Jarvis decided to retire from international cricket. I only wish him good luck. One does not know what Jarvis' plans are, whether he's going to, but right now he has quit international cricket as far as Zimbabwe is concerned. And the Zimbabwe cricket definitely need to look into it a bit seriously, because they have had a lot of players who have really gone. The other day we saw Raymond Price, who was not selected in many of those test matches and one-day internationals, and he finally said goodbye. Well, as far as Raymond Price is concerned, he played a few test matches. Played enough test matches, but probably I thought that he couldn't find a permanent place in the team. So one does not know what's really happening with Zimbabwe cricket. Now Zimbabwe cricket has to really seriously look at this, and they have to see to it that they iron out all the issues and hope that at least they could preserve the existing talent or existing cricketing talent that they have in Zimbabwe. Otherwise, this is not something that international cricket needs. You're not going to find players retiring at the age of 24, which is sad. And what Kyle Jarvis is doing, let's look at what he's planning to do. Well, he has retired to pursue a county cricket career, a global T20. As you know, now the T20 has a lot of money. You can go and play even without playing international cricket. You can go to any other country and play in those local premier leagues which are there, which has become a sort of a fashion nowadays. And well, he can still make money. So that's the precise reason that Kyle Jarvis decided that enough is enough, and he has said goodbye to Zimbabwean cricket. Well, I only wish him good luck in all his future endeavors. I thought he's a wonderful talent, and whichever team which is going to have him, whether it's going to be played in any of the countries, any of the other countries' premier leagues in world cricket, I wish him all the best. Well, now let's shift on from here to some cricket news. This was cricket news, but this was some breaking cricket news. But now we are looking at some cricket news. Well, this is, as you know, the last Ashes test is round the corner. It's going to be played on 21st of August at the Oval, which is going to bring the end to the Ashes series. So since England have already won the Ashes series, what England have done is they have brought up some changes. They have announced the 14 for this particular test match, the Investec Test Ashes series, and what they have done is they have decided to actually give an opportunity to Kerrigan. As you know, Simon Kerrigan has been, he's a left-arm spinner coming in from Lancashire, and he has done a wonderful job with the ball. He has been a very quality left-arm spinner, and today he has been included in the 14-man squad which is going to take on Australia in the Investec Test Series, or the Ashes, which is going to be played at the Oval. And what a proud moment that would be for the Lancashire spinner Simon Kerrigan. He has been in the news. He's just 24 years of age. He's a wonderful left-arm spinner. He has taken a bag full of wickets as far as the English county season is concerned. For his team, and he has also represented the England Lions. He took 47 wickets in this season. He has already taken 47 wickets this season, and he is the leading wicket taker as far as spinners are concerned. So Simon Kerrigan is the one inclusion, that's a new inclusion into the English team. Probably they want to experiment. So let me tell you something, how Simon Kerrigan has found a place here, and let me tell you, Simon Kerrigan's game is going to be Monty Panesar's loss. We know that Monty Panesar did very well against India, hunting with Graham Swan, and then they came to England. In England he lost. He was in favour of the selectors. They actually included him in the squad, and then Monty Panesar went on to that very unsavoury episode at the bar, and finally this is what it does. Now Simon Kerrigan would love to take this opportunity with both hands. He's young. I'm sure Simon Kerrigan is a better fielder than Monty Panesar, so he would be the ideal. Whether it's ideal foil, it is very difficult to say, but I thought Monty Panesar's loss is going to be the gain for Simon Kerrigan, because now English cricket would definitely look at Simon Kerrigan rather than Monty Panesar, because Monty Panesar has blotted his copybook the other day with that unsavoury episode in the bar. So now it's all going to be Simon Kerrigan. So Simon Kerrigan gets his opportunity, and I'm sure he would like to take this opportunity with both hands and not muff the opportunity and show what he's capable of. So one could be hopeful now that Simon Kerrigan will be on this England party when England tour Australia. Well, so that is one change which has happened in the 14-man squad that has been selected for the 5th and final test match. And then we have another inclusion, and he's Chris Woakes. Now Chris Woakes has been in and out of the team. He has not been having a permanent selection as far as the English team composition is concerned. He has made his place back now. Tim Desmond, as you know, is out of the mix, and Tim Preston is going to be replaced by Chris Wokes. Now, Chris Wokes has also had a good season. He's an all-rounder, so he has taken 26 wickets, and he has not been a permanent feature of the England team, because sometimes he tends to leak runs, and sometimes his consistency is really questioned. So one only hopes that Chris Wokes also gets an opportunity here. And other than that, well, all the other players select themselves, but one more inclusion is that Stephen Finn has also been included in the 14-man squad, which is going to take on Australia in the final test of the Investec Test Series, which is going to be starting at the Oval on 21st of August. So that is the news which is coming in as far as that is concerned. Now, we will look at the Caribbean Premier League. Now, Caribbean Premier League has got an interesting position now. Now, the semi-final placings have been decided as far as the inaugural Caribbean Premier Leagues are concerned after yesterday's match, which happened, which was an exciting match, which went down to the wire, which I'll talk about. But now, as far as the semi-finals are concerned, it's going to be Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana, and I think it is Jamaica. So these are the 4 teams which have qualified for the semi-finals. Today there is going to be a game which would decide which team faces which team in the semi-finals. The match is going to be between Jamaica Tallawahs versus the Red Steel at Kingston today. So that is going to decide which team will contest against the other team as far as the semi-finals are concerned. Now let's, without wasting any time, let me look at that exciting match which happened yesterday between Antigua Hawksbills and Guyana Amazon Warriors. Antigua Hawksbills were the ones who batted first. They put up a very decent score on the board of 166 for 6 of their 20 overs, with contributions coming in from Powell, 47 of 45 deliveries, 4 fours and 1 6. Marlon Samuels, the captain, making 43 of 30 balls with 2 fours and 3 sixes. 30 coming in from Devon Thomas, who thrashed it at the end out of an unbeaten 30. In fact, Devon Thomas is out in very, very unusual circumstances. As you know, ICC has now introduced a new law whereby you can be given out obstructing the field, and that's what precisely the decision was. Devon Thomas was out obstructing the field for hitting 30, after making 30 runs of 19 dealt with 3 sixes, and 25 coming from Ben Rohrer's bat towards the end with an unbeaten 25 of 17 balls with 2 fours and 1 6. Now, the reason that I'm talking about this match between Guyana Amazon Warriors and Antigua Hawksbills is that Antigua was actually pushed out of the competition by the Guyana Amazon Warriors. But here, as far as this match is concerned, it was pretty exciting. Lendl Simmons making 23, Martin Guptill 19, Griffith making 15, Franklin 25, but Mohammad Hafiz was the hero, as this was a real blunder, according to me, by the captain Marlon Samuels. Now, what Marlon Samuels, the Antigua Hawksbills captain, did is something that was not something that a captain would have done. He actually bowled out all his bowlers, his frontline bowlers. Kemar Rose, Tongi, Cottrell, everyone were bowled out, and he himself had bowled out his full quota. And the match finally came down to the wire, where 19 runs were required for Guyana Amazon Warriors to actually win the match. And Mohammad Hafiz and Sunil Nareen were at the crease, and the last over he had no other choice but to hand over the ball to a little known bowler who doesn't bowl much. It was Devon Thomas who was given the responsibility, and you couldn't expect much from Devon Thomas, but it also depended on the batsman to really put it across. Well, Mohammad Hafiz did it in style. He hit some sixes, some boundaries, and they took more than 19 runs of that particular over to clinch the match in wonderful fashion. In fact, as I said, it was a blunder by the Marlon Samuels, the Antigua Hawksbills captain. Vivian Richards at the dugout was absolutely devastated when he saw that Devon Thomas was being handed the ball. Let's look at who are the other bowlers who were there in the mix if he could bowl. Well, he could have probably given the ball to Ben Rohrer. One does not know whether, but it was not a good decision, unfortunately. And Devon Thomas was given the responsibility. Devon Thomas, one couldn't expect that. And well, Mohammad Hafiz making an unbeaten 50 runs of 23 deliveries, 2 fours and 4 sixes, taking Guyana Amazon Warriors into the semi-finals in fine style, but depositing the last ball where they probably wanted to thought of a super over, but Mohammad Hafiz shut down all the hopes of the Antigua Hawksbills of a super over by clinching the clinching the win with a wonderful shot over mid-on. So that was it. Mohammad Hafiz was not out 50 of 23 balls with 2 fours and 4 sixes. He was given good company by Sunil Narine, not out on 7 of 2 deliveries, 1 6. And that was it. And as I said, was a real captaincy blunder by the Antigua Hawksbills captain Marlon Samuels, bowling out all his frontline bowlers and then left with no resources. And then he had to really he had no other choice but to hand over the ball to a very little known part-time bowler, Devon Thomas. And Devon Thomas, one couldn't expect anything out of him. Well, that was the case. Mohammad Hafiz really snatching victory in the final over in fine style. So that is as far as the CPL, the Caribbean Premier League, the inaugural Caribbean Premier League semi-final placings have been decided. It's Barbados, Guyana, Trinidad and Tobago and Jamaica. The other news which is coming in from the local land here, from where I am actually doing my cricket broadcast here, is Canada. Ashish Bagai, who was actually pursuing his academic degree in Canada, has been named the captain for the World Cricket League when Canada take on Netherlands at King City. So that is Ashish Bagai has not been into the mix. He has not been playing in any of the matches, but now he has been made the captain. He has been a very nice captain, and he gets an opportunity in the sense he has been away from cricket for quite a long time. So he comes in, and I'm sure he's the one who has to really lead by example with the bat. Ashish Bagai, let me tell you, is a very talented batsman. And he's also the wicket keeper of the team. So Ashish Bagai has been named the captain for the World Cricket League between Canada and Netherlands, which would be played at King City in Canada. As I said, this is my land of broadcasting cricket happenings. Well, dear fans, friends and subscribers, on this particular note from Canada, your host Ram would like to end the cricket show for today by promising you that you will see my face once again on the Cricket Happening show on Monday, the 18th of August, 18th or 19th, I suppose, of 2013. That's it from me, your host Ram, for today. See you all tomorrow. Until then, it's a big goodbye from your host Ram. Thank you.